that means we have.
Usually.
Yeah, no problem. We understand that the situation today is that each company does not represent 1/10 of the total in terms of what the shareholding is not the same. All right.
Okay.
So and we have to distribute it evenly. Now we created this. I'm not talking about the Marx table, but we have a table how we all, for instance, pay for your services, how we pay for Hacienda del Mar maintenance fees, how we pay for taxes. There's a percentage that each one of us has to put in, you know, and this is what is really the governing the governing item on how we do our calculations. Okay. Now, for instance, as Mark and I, we have the same percentage of the total, all right, which is what is it, 5.64, something like that. The amount is not that important, but it's just to say that you won't get the necessarily the right amount for each company. So that means one company can have less, another one can have more. So what do you suggest that we do in this case? Because when we receive the money, we're going to distribute that money in accordance. Yeah, we'll make adjustments after we receive the 625,000. We're going to distribute it according to things that have to be paid, and people did not pay. All right, some people that are not. There are debts owed to the company that we're going to collect. There are debts the company has towards people like me that not big amounts, but that, you know, where I help finance the company, that has to be repaid before there's any distribution. All right.
Okay.
Except the only distribution that we would be obligated to do, according to what we agreed, is the fees for the sale that are owed to Mark, all right, whom we gave the job to actually, contact the potential buyers and finalize the deal. All right, not finalize the deal, but he's the salesman for us, and his share will be remunerated based on the percentage that he's supposed to receive of the sale price.
Okay.
Now, but we can do all that after we all receive the money. We'll put that in an account that we've agreed to open, which is also a trust account. And then we'll do the distributions. We'll do our calculations internally and do the distributions. Now, for the business of the sale with Snyder, Alejandro, how do you want us to prepare that? What we can send you is the actual real percentages for each person in every company. And then you can sort it out, you know, if it makes sense or not.
Yes, William, I think that's one possibility. What I understand is that each one of you has, for the purposes that you mentioned before, has a percentage of the entire piece, correct?
Yes, it's a percentage of the total investment. Yeah.
So I think that what we have to do is, let's say, take one company and add the percentages of the shareholders in that company.
Okay, yeah, we
And
can do that.
maybe that adds to 8%. The other company, maybe that adds to 12%. The other
Yeah.
company, maybe it's 11.56, but it will add 100. So my proposal is that, and I mean, I can do that for you. I would add the percentages of each of the shareholders of each company to determine the percentage that each company has over the 625 for sales price purposes. Why? Because we're not selling one property. We are selling 10 properties.
Yes.
From a registration and tax point of view. So that's why we need to say, okay, Fieri, X, Fontainebleau, X, the other one, X. So we can, you or I, whomever, we can do that math, simple math, and that will give us the amount, the sales price of each derecho. So I can provide that to the buyer's attorney so he can complete his transfer document. In fact, he sent me like an hour ago a draft of it. And so we understand how much of the sales price will be allocated to each company. Afterwards, as you say, we will go ahead and see who has to pay what to whom, who has to reimburse whom, etc. And we know, as you just told me, that each shareholder will have to pay his and or her part of Mark's commission.
Yes.
Etc. etc. That's a second step, as I wrote in the email.
Okay. Yes, I mean, I'm not that. I think once you do your side, Fernando, of everything, that meets the requirements of the government of Costa Rica and also the buyer. All right, that he's satisfied with this this process the way you just described it. Then we receive the funds in our at a single account in Montreal. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That we are selecting somebody to manage. It's a trust account. Okay, that means people would have to go through the lawyer who owns that trust account. We will give the lawyer and get all the shareholders agreement on the share that each person has. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And including the payments to Mark, including the other things. That's we're doing the reverse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll take out the debts out of people who did not pay anything towards the maintenance or anything.
Yeah.
But we've already calculated all these things. We know what are the debts. We know what that the company. But we'll do all this in Montreal. You know, we don't need to do that in Costa Rica. Are you okay with that, Fernando?
Yes, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. At that time, I will probably need to know how much was distributed to each shareholder within each company, because remember that I have to prepare a small liquidation report. Let's call it that way.
Okay.
So if let's say if $60,000 came into one company and that company has 4 shareholders, I would have to say, how much at the end, what was done with those $60,000. So it's probably just a matter of following a little bit whatever you do at that time and describing it.
Yes. Well, we can do a good job
Yeah.
at that because we have all the information.
Yeah.
We will send you the percentages, not by company, but the percentages of the total for each person. All right.
Yeah.
And we can also put it in the table form, which is company by company. Let's say William has 5%, for instance, of total, but his 5% will go in his company. So in the end, when you add all the companies, it will come up to the total, for instance, of the sale price.
Yeah, sure. But what I am understanding is that if let's say if you and I were in a company, but I never put money prior to giving me whatever you have to give to me, you will be deducting from my liquidation the monies that I never put. That's what I'm referring to.
No, that cannot happen because the percentages are based for each person in the company. The monies are based on the percentages calculated based on the money they put in the company originally. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I put, let's say, I give you an example, 120, let's say $112,000 US, which is the real money I put in. That is the percentage of that over the total. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about the total of what we're getting the sale. All right, I'm just talking about this is where the percentage comes from. It's the total of the total amount invested by all the shareholders. Yeah. Then it's the same percentages when we're dividing the 625,000 minus, of course, all the debts of the company.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. That minus or plus, I need to reflect that.
Okay. So what do you need from us exactly to do that?
Yeah, that would be as you say, that would be afterwards, and then we can take care of that afterwards. Yeah.
Okay. And for now, to get the thing going, what do you need from? Is there anything you need from us?
I don't know if I have the chart that shows the percentage ownership per shareholder of the whole thing. I mean, I know Mark has sent me a lot of charts, but
don't because Mark, is he was supposed to be on this
Fernando,
call, by the way.
Do you hear me?
Mark. Okay, hi.
Mark is here. So
good.
If someone can send me like the chart that shows the percentages of each person, so I can add the percentages of each person per company, so I can have a figure per company. That would be it.
Okay, I think that's fair enough. We have that information.
Okay, good.
Hello. Does someone hear me?
Oui, on t'entend.
Okay. The spreadsheet I send you, everything is in there already. When you look, there's a column saying how much everyone invested in, and there was two currencies, Canadian and the US. On the next column, you have everything converted in US dollars, and it's based on that each percentage is calculated over the total investment of near $2 million. Okay, so this is the percentage that we're gonna use for distribution. Okay.
Yes.
You already have that. After that, we have, because I have a question. When you ask about percentage, I was confused because is it on the derecho? Because when you talk about derecho, there's 10 company and each company have 10%, right? Of the lot.
No, I don't understand that myself personally.
No,
Fernando, hello?
I don't know what you said at the end.
Okay. You explained to me many times that 10 companies own the lot.
Yeah.
And each one is 10% of the lot.
Yeah.
So is it what you need? You need it from me? Like we're selling at 625,000. So each company are selling for 62,500.
No,
right?
not really. No, not really, because we're talking about price. And price is something very subjective. It could change. I mean, remember, Mark, that we are talking about 10 sales.
Yeah.
I mean, the price of each right could be the same. That's a possibility, but it doesn't have to be the same, and that's why we have spent so much time on this.
Okay, but how do you want us to calculate it? Is it based on number of money invested or shares that people have in the company, each company, or?
No, before you came into the call, William did a very good explanation, at least for me, and very clear. What William said is that each investor, each person, each individual has a percentage of the total. So
yeah.
what I'm going to do is add the individual percentages in each company, and that will give me a percentage per company. So we could have companies that have more than 10%, companies that have less than 10%, etc. And that percentage of 625 will give me a figure. That's what I understood, and it seems very reasonable and easy to do.
Okay. So
before
finally,
yeah.
Finally, it is based on the investment. How much each one invested at the beginning on the total, right?
I suppose that percentage. Let me know if I did misunderstood, William, but I understand that percentage is the result of the amounts invested. Correct.
Fernando, sorry, but we can't hear you.
My understanding is that the percentages that each one has, that the percentage that each one has of the whole investment is equal to the amount each one invested with respect to the whole amount.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay. Perfect. This is exactly what I sent you. I sent you the percentage of what each one, the money that they invested, and calculated the percentage of each one based on the total. So this is what you have. The only thing is the commission that I can take up. Okay, so
Mhm.
and why those numbers with the commission was not good for the buyer? Can you explain to me why?
Oh, come on.
No, the thing is that sales price is sales price, and it doesn't have any relationship with what has to happen afterwards. Afterwards, each company has to pay a commission. Each company has to find out if they have to reimburse someone for something. Each company has to see if they haven't been putting money, etc. But that's like a second step.
There's a lot of noise. I don't know.
William, stop your micro.
OK. William, j'ai fermé ton
Ouais,
micro. Puis quand tu voudras parler, s'il te plaît, ouvre ton micro.
Yeah.
Merci.
Thanks.
Mark, your commission is not part of the sales price. Your commission is a commission, it's an expense.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, so I don't know. Imagine, I don't know if you have brothers. Let's say you inherited a house and it's owned by 4 of you, you and your 3 brothers. And during 5 years, you're the one, you know, paying for everything, and on top you sold the house. The sales price is the same for each one, 25% each one. After each one receives the money, they have to go and pay you the commission and reimburse you the expenses. But for registration and tax purposes, each one sold in 25. That's what's happening here. Each one will sell in the amount that will equal the percentage each company put initially. Once they receive the money, they will go ahead and pay you and do whatever. At least that's from a formal point of view. That's, for me, that's second step. And why does it affect the buyer? Because if the sales price of K-Fury is $120,000 for 10% of the property, the tax authority is going to say the property is worth at least $1.2 million, and they will raise the fiscal value of the property regardless of the other prices. I mean, the tax authority will always take the higher amount and take it as a market value and multiply it by 10.
Okay, but this is what sounds strange to me, okay? You just said that each company owns 10%.
Yeah.
But the value can be different.
Yes.
So
what if, I mean, Mark, I'm giving you an example. What if William decided, or William and his partner decided to sell this in $1,000 just because they want? Who can oblige William and his partner to sell at 62,000? No one. They could say, no, I'm selling at $5,000 because that's what I want to do. It's imagine a building with apartments and they are all identical. If one can sell at a lower price and one can sell at a higher price. That's the way it is. And the tax authority is going to take the highest price, not the lowest. That's about it. But most important, Mark, the most important thing here is that if we fix the same price for each derecho, I will only be able to give to K-Fury $62,500. How do you feel about that?
There's no problem because I mean, it should be like that. If each company, because you just said that each company have 10%, number can be different, but if numbers are different, you're gonna take the highest number. So we penalize, I mean, the distribution will be totally different anyway.
But how can you
So-
if remember, these are 10 transactions, okay? Not one, it's at the end, it's 10 transactions, okay?
But in one trust, in one account.
Yeah, but
So at the end, we have 625,000 and we split it the way we want. We have a convention between us, so we don't mind. It's two separated things. It's like my commission. It's something that is not part of the selling.
But I mean, let's try to talk about something real. Is there a company that's going to receive less than 10%? I
Yes.
suppose, because there are some that are going to receive more than 10%, okay?
Yes, but it goes, it's like we are all brothers and we're selling apart, but we are putting back everything in the same pot, and then we divide it the way we want. So
No,
make it simple.
but no, it doesn't make sense. Let's say, give me let's talk real companies. Which company is going to receive more? One, any that you know, which one will receive more?
Fontainebleau,
Okay, Fontainebleau is going to receive more, and which one is going to receive less?
me.
Which company?
No,
Yours.
me. Mine. Mine will receive less.
Which is yours?
Mine is legally insane.
Okay,
I will
so
receive 1.64.
okay, legally insane will receive less money. Will have to receive less money. But if we say that legal insane is going to receive 10%, in the paper, legal insane is going to receive more than what legal insane should receive. Okay. Now, then legal insane is going to transfer. That's what's going to happen. Give what the company received in excess to Fontainebleau. From a legal point of view and a tax point of view, which is the cause? Which is the reason? You cannot say because you're friends, Mark. You have to say, explain that. So I think it's much better that Lucy's company receives as sales price the amount that, according to the investment, they should receive. So they don't have to send money to anyone. And so there's no questions to answer. It's very easy. Why did you receive $50,000? Because that was the sale price equal to the investment. Okay. Afterwards, if Lucy's company never put money to pay for taxes or to pay Fernando or whatever, then Lucy's company has to reimburse someone. I don't know who, but it's going to be very easy when they send $1,000 to someone to answer that question. Why are you sending $1,000 to Fontainebleau? Because we never paid our part and now we're paying our part. That's a very concrete answer. Why are you paying Mark Filion 6% of the money you receive? Because that's his commission.
Okay, but Fernando, who's gonna ask those questions? We need to know, because in my mind, okay, and you said what's going on here in Canada when the money is in our bank account, in our trust. We do whatever we want, and we don't have to tell Costa Rica because all those transactions, will be on paper. I mean, at the end, I'm not gonna receive money and send it back. Is it right that the sale we receive? Okay, 10 companies are selling. We receive not 10 transfer. One transfer from the buyer to the trust in Florida, and then you're gonna send the total amount into a trust in Canada.
Yeah.
After the way we divide, how do we have to report that to Costa Rica or?
No.
So why making it so complex? I mean,
well, so it's up to you. I mean, if the committee decides that it's easier to work with 10%, we will fix the 10%, no problem. And when the monies get to the new escrow you're going to be forming in Montreal, there you will take care of distributing the money. But I need, as a liquidator, to receive from you the information on how those monies were distributed, so I can close my obligation as liquidator, which is, the monies were, or if you want to make it easy to me, you can go ahead and say, no, Fernando, you go ahead and distribute what each one received between the shareholders of each company in these percentages, and that would be it.
Yeah.
okay.
Fernando, may I interrupt the
Yeah.
discussion a bit?
Yeah.
I think I was listening very carefully to your point of view and and also to Mark's point of view. One thing that I find, the last thing that you said is that why not? I mean, it is possible to divide everything in 10. That means every company has 10%. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the tax authorities will work on the average that all the companies have the same percentage, and actually all the companies pay the same amount of tax, right?
Yeah.
If there is any tax to be paid. So in that case, it's maybe a better approach to have every company equal.
Okay.
For that reason. Okay. And then after we do that and the money is transferred, or the balance of the money is transferred to you and then to Canada, then in Canada we will do all the proper calculations based on percentages, and we will share that with you so that you can fulfill your obligations as liquidator.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Is that satisfactory?
Yes, sir. I'm okay with that. In fact, it's easier for the work we have to do locally. Yeah, it's easier.
Yes. Okay. So I think, Mark, if you agree, we do that. We have 10 companies. Each company has 10%. It'll go through the process. If there are taxes, it'll be based on for each company, it'll based on the same amount. So you don't have companies paying more taxes than other companies. And then the money is transferred, and then we do all the sharing. It'll go into the escrow account and in the trust account, and then all the who owes all the debts and all the to others, and all the debts to the company will be sorted out, and we will do a final distribution, which we have all the information that we have, we need to do that.
Yes.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. This is my point since the beginning on how to do
Okay.
it.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. Okay. No,
Okay.
understood. Yeah.
Any questions from anyone around the table?
No, that's okay.
No,
No.
I understand. It's
It's
okay.
okay.
And my question is, are you sure that TLE will have a bank account in Montreal?
Yes, I have somebody who can do an account in trust, all right, in Montreal, a lawyer. It's a law office, actually, not a lawyer. And we can do that. If somebody else can do it, it's fine with us. You know, I mean, as long as the person does a good job, we have no problem
You know
at all.
then. Okay.
We're going to be doing all the calculations ourselves. You know, we're not going to leave it to the
Yes.
lawyer to rewrite history here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect, William. I
Well,
agree with
okay.
that.
That's
Good.
great. Yeah.
Fernando, my
Okay.
friend, take care of yourself.
No, thank you. You're welcome. And now I can go ahead and I will share back with all of you I will send to all of you later today the option to purchase agreement with the figures so that you can go ahead and say okay, and I'll send it to the attorney.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
All right.
Thank you
Okay.
for your patience.
Thank you very much, Fernando.
Thank for
Much
all of
appreciated.
us.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks a
Bye.
lot. Bye. Lucie?
Oui.
Ok,
Attends, je vais juste fermer
ouais.
l'enregistrement.